We're ready to go to our final two competitors of the first round. Dale Ellis, also a former winner here. He was the first player in NBA history to make 1,000 three-pointers. He's the all-time leader in attempts and makes one here in 1989. And he'll be shooting against the defending champion, Tim Legler. Tim Legler, who just came off the injured list with a sore right knee, set an NBA record for the three-point shootout with a three-round total of 65 and an opening round 23. Now, the all-time record is 25, and you see that right knee just off the injured list, but he's been practicing, and I don't think it's going to bother him. I think he's somebody we got to look for.
Well, the one thing about Legler, you have to worry about his conditioning. You always get tired in this event. You know, not only did he break the record last year, he's the only guy in the history of this event to make at least 20 in each round.
That's tremendous. Dale Ellis talking like the vet before the game. You know, he said that just don't get caught up into it, Reggie. Just take it easy, and it's important to get off to a good start. Like Larry Bird did, he likes to set it with the seams, so when he grabs the ball, he's right on top of it.
Well, it's funny. Legler told me, he said, I am getting caught up in this event. He said, this is a big event for me, and I want to win it. I want to defend my championship.
Off to a good start is Legler. Until then,
ready to take some by.
Missed the money ball.
Well, you know, the money ball is the most important situation. Yeah. Everybody, when they get to that money ball, just the fact that it's a different color and it's the last ball, it really does play on your mind a little bit.
And one thing Glenn Rice did, and it's what Steve Kerr talked about, he didn't panic. Glenn Rice struggled early and made it late. And you can see both of these guys who have both been in the event struggled early, and now they're starting to catch fire a little bit.
Oh, but look at the strokes of these two guys. So nice, so smooth. Two of the purest shooters in the NBA right now.
And Legler is on fire.
Legler 17 means that Stockton is eliminated. So what we're going to have after Legler hit his last five, it'll be Walt Williams, Legler, Glenn Rice, and Steve Kerr advancing as we look at the last year's defending champion.
And I would say the surprise of that would be Walt Williams. I think most people thought it would be those three and Dale Ellis. I think Walt Williams right now is the wild card.
Rice 14. Our next competitor is Tim Legler, who hit all five on the last rack to finish second in the opening round with 17. And Tim Legler, the defending champion, and fellas, as you commented before, it looks as though his right knee injury hasn't bothered him. He was shooting pretty smoothly.
Yeah, he really was. And I think the last two guys have a great advantage because now you have two numbers. You know 21 is a number that if you beat, you're definitely in. And you also know all you have to do is beat 14.
Well, Doc, I think that's tough. I think that makes it tougher because you got the pressure of the number. Beat the number is not the case. You just have to knock down as many balls as you can. And the money ball bangs. Legler with the money ball right there is most important.
See, I like pressure, Reggie.
Oh, okay. We're going to go there. Okay.
I can see where
okay, it's on now. You're just mad because I busted you earlier. But, you know, everybody's talking about Legler didn't have a chance because he was hurt. Hey, his knee was hurt, not his arm. And like we talked about before, he's probably been working at this a lot more than the other guys because he hasn't been playing.
Yeah, he hasn't played one game this year, has Tim Legler.
Well, he has definitely had more practice time behind the three because he's not running a lot. The one thing they said he can do is shoot, and he said he's been shooting a lot.
Big ball right there.
You can see that Glenn Rice is eliminated. And now the top two are Steve Kerr and Tim Legler. Hit 4 money balls, did Legler. And Tim will almost certainly advance, but we'll have to wait and see Walt Williams. Walt Williams was a surprise leader in the first round. Taking a look at the form of Tim Legler. 6'4", 30 years old, 7th year in the league. And Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Bob. Well, Tim, a lot of people were wondering how you would fare with haven't played half a season, but, man, you didn't miss too much out there.
I was wondering that myself, Cheryl, after 10 months of without playing any, 5-on-5 organized basketball. But I'm starting to feel healthy again, and I thought maybe I'd have a good shot if I got up to a good start.
Feel good about the score?
I don't know if 19 is going to be good enough, but I'm hoping.
All right, Tim. All right, let's go back to you, Bob.
Historically, 19's been pretty good here. So 21 and 19, those two of any round. The record is 25. Craig Hodges scored in round 1 back in 1986. The highest score in the finals, Mark Price in 94 with 24. So Tim Legler, who had 19 in the semifinals, remember the scores don't carry forward. Will have to beat 22, the defending champion, Tim Legler.
Doc, you think Legler's not thinking about that 22?
Oh, absolutely. But I like thinking about it. And if he's a competitor, he likes it also, as you can see right now.
And the boy can shoot. No question. A huge start. Just so confident, man.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I take from watching Tim Legler. He believes every shot's going in. He is really comfortable right now.
I believe it too. Now I'm sitting there watching him.
Steve Kerr ran 8 in a row right at this point.
Yeah, this is key. He needs to get on the little row right now.
Oh, that's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt him big. He's got to run. He's got to run one of these racks.
That's didn't run that one. That was 2 out of 3. 4 out of 5 on that rack.
You have a shot at chance. Oh,
It's over now.
Yep, that's it.
Steve Kerr will carry on the tradition of the Chicago Bulls.
Finally.
In winning. Even though Tim Legler hit the money ball, Steve Kerr, finally a champion here in Cleveland. The all-time three-point field goal percentage leader in the history of the NBA.
I told you it was his turn.